Know your place, yeah, know your place, yeah. I got like right now, I'm impatient. I got women on the cell trying to give me. I still wish it would, I still wish them well, yeah. Put my problems in them. Only check up when the checks come. My pockets looking blessed up. All the talking never stressed us. They talking like they jealous of me. They talking like they never love me. They talking like they next door. I still treat them like the son. Showers on the way. I've been working 25 hours every day. Pull up with the band.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Jaguars going up against the Texans.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the quarterback won't take the snap here. This is the Wildcat look. Here it is, the first NFL carry for Leonard Fournette. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry. And
absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Here we go now. Over. Back to Philly. Here we go.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They'll run with Miller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll toss it to Miller, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Jacksonville made plenty of changes in their coaching staff in the offseason, but they kept the defensive staff mainly intact. They're going to need a better payoff. They only had 7 interceptions as a group last year.
Good to get the interception there. They want plenty more of those because, as you said, a lot of cash invested on that side of the ball.
A lot of talent. They're ready to roll.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He may not look the part of an inside linebacker because he's so tall and lengthy. But Zach Cunningham can fend off blocks, and he can flat-out run and make plays.
He was so good at Vanderbilt. Led the SEC with 125 tackles last year. Wound up a first-team All-American. Throwing on 2nd. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Well, still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. Now that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Let's go. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 23 yards on the play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard. All right, here we go.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Every time you throw an incompletion, you think, boy, that's a wasted opportunity, don't you?
Yeah, because last year they were number 2 against the pass, was this Houston defense.
And J.J. Watt is back for all of 2017. They'll be that much stronger.
The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He's going to sling this deep. It's caught inside the 25. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 42 yards. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG?
Well, I love his makeup, meaning obviously he's got some physical ability. He can throw the football, but he's mentally tough as well. And he developed while he was there in New England. They actually trained him.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give Fournette another crack, and he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
For the Houston Texans as they make their way onto the field, another season for them that begins with a lot of optimism. They coming off a second straight AFC South title, finishing 9-7 3 straight years. Maybe they're hoping this year that 10 wins is a minimum for them.
10 wins and beyond, because they've got the defense to take them all the way to the Super Bowl. Number 1 in the NFL last year. Get J.J. Watt back. They drafted Deshaun Watson in the first round at quarterback. They need to shore up that position in order for them to make the run that they expect, one that could culminate in a Super Bowl appearance.
Let's go! Brad 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Come on, let's go!
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jags getting ready to set up shop on offense. And, Charles, it's a question with them that I feel like we've asked many times before. Is this the year you think that they turn it around? They enter 2017 having missed the playoffs for a 9th consecutive year.
And until Jacksonville answers that question affirmatively with a playoff run and a playoff appearance, we keep asking that question, and rightfully so. Look, they've had excellent drafts over the last 3, 4, 5 seasons, most of that on defense. This year, they tried to hit it on offense to try and help out their young quarterback, Blake Bortles. They went with Leonard Fournette, the big runner out of LSU. Cam Robinson, the offensive tackle out of Alabama. They want to control the ball a little bit more, and they think if they can do that, play better on offense, they can make a run in the AFC South.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Fournette, a 1st down carry. Fournette fighting through. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and there were some college boys warming up, and then Leonard Fournette walked in. He is a man.
Full grown.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing. Over.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Over.
Garoppolo again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
After the interception, here's Watson going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Setting up the screen for Miller. And down he'll go at the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. So completion on second down, that brings up third.
Come on, let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Second quarter in. All right, we will save the week one highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week one. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Here's Watson now on second down. Completion left side to Miller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Texans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. A pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Garoppolo on third down. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw. It's caught inside the 25. A big third down play there for the Jags. 42 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw once more. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the third quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
On first down, it's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw on second is Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And the pitch goes to Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go. 38.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got the completion to Strong. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Texans coming up on 1st and goal. Remember, last year they struggled to rush the ball in the end zone. Only 8 touchdowns on the ground. 2nd fewest in the league. They'll go with Foreman. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They've just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans can take the lead with an extra point. Nick Novak on now for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's complete to Robinson. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 22. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
Garoppolo on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Whitney Merciless able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Detroit.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Here we go now.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Red 38. Flex round. Flex round. All right, let's go. What?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Let's go.
Again, it's Miller. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
Normally when I talk about DeAndre Hopkins, I'm talking about accomplishments. In this case, I'm remembering that he lost nearly 600 yards in receiving from 2015. He had less than 1,000 last year.
Yeah, and his touchdowns dropped from 11 to 4, so now he's hoping for more consistent quarterback play.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
Watson on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
But there's a reason he was the first running back taken. You saw the ability there, the ability to be physical and get downhill. And how about him breaking off a nice gain there?
There's some Adrian Peterson comparisons out there now. That's high praise. Do you think that they're warranted?
Running style, very similar.
All right, now, look at 56. Look
first down. Garoppolo. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Green 39! Green 39! Over! No, check! Patriot! Watch it now, Detroit! Green 39! Green! Billy, here we go! No, check! Patriot!
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Flushed out, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brian Cushing in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. They have gone to the fourth quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. The target that time was Vincent Jackson. And now it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Garoppolo to throw. Buying time to his left. Caught out left side by Robinson. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This for the lead in the final stages. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And here comes the Texans now. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases,
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Miles Jack in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll look to throw. The hook up on the the right side to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's caught at the 25. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And they're going to go soft on the corners. To throw is Garoppolo. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Second down now after the pass completion. Now Garoppolo. Looking long for Westbrook. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or...
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go.
Faking the give. Now Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Telvin Smith coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come on, let's go. 38.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
What can Garoppolo do now with his drive? Fights him off. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go.
To throw is Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a toss right to Miller. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Here's Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Come on, let's go!
This is Miller. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spring, make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a spring, make it rain just to let you know. Tell a hater get up out my face. Yeah, I've been ballin' since like yesterday. Yeah, all this money all up in the way. All this money in the way. You know that I'm walking with the bank. Water, diamond on my ring. You know that I'm rockin', feel the blue. You know that, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spring, make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a spring, make it rain just to let you know. Yeah, you cannot see me, the windows is tinted. Yeah, drive around right in that Bentley. Ay, you drive around right in that Bentley. Ay, but your shit, it just be rented. Ay, but that is none of my business. Ay, money won't stop me, go straight to the top. Believe it or not, you like getting the same. Yeah, she know I'm a rock star. Looking at my chain, on my diamonds rock hard. Turned the way up, I ain't getting tired. And if you wanna race, then we gonna ride. Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spring, make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a spring, make it rain just to let you know.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even and mad. Be coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm the bank and I want all my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models. This is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectre deck. Yeah, I got that I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got lots on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn up. Pop up.